You have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 51. NASDAQ is off 12. S&P's down, down 8. Gold contract up $13.40, trading at $18.57 an ounce. We get silver up about 5 cents at $25.48 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 37 cents, $52.84 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 6 ticks, 136.18. The 30-year up 18 ticks, or half a point at 168.24. Now, what we're going to see out here, folks, is that what kind of bounce the notes and bonds can get. They did reject lower price yesterday. They had lighter volume. Now the game is going to be like, okay, man, can you get back inside the range? King dollar. King dollar's up 214 ticks, trading at 90.304. The euro is at 121. The yen is at 103.87, and the British pound's at 136 to 1 U.S. dollar. Well, when we take a look at this market, bottom line, folks, you are at highs. You get a sideways move out here yesterday. This morning, bottom line, you're hanging right at these highs. We get over and we take a look at the S&P. What you're going to see in the future market, we hit a low of like 10 points lower, and that's nothing, okay, because we're at such high numbers, folks. The bottom line is that this thing is laying right at highs. NDX 100, the NQs, same type of setup inside the NQs. What we do have happening the last 4 days is that you're getting the ranges that are getting tighter and tighter, folks. We're up 6 points right now in the NQs. We hit a low of 820 last night. Bottom line, you're at 895 out here. If we go inside the NDX 100 and we take a look at the strength versus the weakness, Intel's the big number out here. Intel, bottom line's got a new CEO coming from VWare, I believe, right? Let's see. The market's loving it. That's the bottom line. Intel, INTC, where is she? Intel needs all the help it can get, too, by the way. Big number, though. I mean, in 3 weeks, Intel just went from a price point of 45 to 57. It's into the gap. The top of the gap on Intel was 61.74. You hit 60.25. Bottom line filled it up. We'll see what it can do from that point on. Some of the other high flyers inside the NASDAQ, you get Peloton up 2.9%. We get Match Group up 2.6%, and you get Netflix up 1.4%. Taken away from it. Oh, now, this is going to be serious business for Now, this is something we want to watch. Because what we have out here this morning is that you do have the chips going to lower price. We are leading. And we just might have a slow roll happening inside of the NDX. A slow roll will take quite a while, too, by the way. But if that's what we got, you get AMD down 4.6%. You get Xilinx down 4.4%. Then we're moving on to internet stocks. Pinduoduo is down 3.3%. And you got automatic ADP, automatic data, down, 3.3%. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow, we have Intel's going to be the mover again. It might not be the point mover, though. Yeah, it is. Intel, putting 26 positive points, Home Depot 19, Caterpillar 12. Taken away from it. United Health minus 37, Boeing minus 17, and Honeywell minus 12. We get over to the gold contract. This is going to be dicey out here today in the gold contract, too, folks, okay? I suspect we're going to hold higher prices, and I expect that the equities are going to be up. But if you were out here pre-market, pre-market, there was no conviction either way where these babies wanted to go. Right now, you get the gold contract trading up 12.70. You got 141,000 contracts. It's going to have to build some cause. And building cause, folks, is that you keep pushing higher into the downdraft of Friday. You see an expansion of volume. And more than likely, you're going to basically see a few sideways moves. That's how this seems to be basically shaken out at this particular point. You know, you never got outside the range. That's the bottom line. We go to the silver contract. We take a look at silver. What do you have with silver? Silver's up 8 cents. Right now, same type of setup. And the cool news, if you're in the metal market, folks, silver is still stronger than gold. And that's a good indication, man, that we're going. You know, yeah, look at this, man. Silver never went down that far. In fact, if we do this, watch this. Let's see. If we look at where we actually just retraced, whoops, close that one. It looks to me like, yeah, look at that. You almost did a 0.618 retracement from the last leg up. It's not bad. That's saying that, guess what, you can go at least go to the high. When you do a 0.618 retracement, which is very close, that's saying that you can go back to the high where we were. We go look at the dollar. Dollar's been fluctuating back and forth. A dollar couldn't hold price yesterday. Came off the highs. This morning, it's been fluctuating between being up basically a couple hundred points to being up 100 points. Ticks, that is. It did not get into the December 21st spike high. That was 91.018. And that's a big deal, folks, because the bottom line is that the dollar has not been able to get a bounce going in 6 months. That's about as intense as you can get. Some of the high volume equities out here, we got, let's see, what do we have? Intel's the big one. That's up $4. You got Nikola. That's that's up 360. I believe they're pushing out some paper. You have Advanced Micro. That's a big one. That's down 360. You get GameStop up 699. GameStop is the cat with 9 lives, folks. Okay, this is pretty amazing. You know, that this equity has been able to stay alive for so long. It's just amazing, actually. We go back 5 months ago, it was $4. You're at $26.90. Now, what's going on with this one? Is someone taking it over or something? What is it? Oh, okay. So the guy that, I think the guy that started Chewy's on the board. Okay, GameStop said it struck a deal with Chewy co-founder Dan Cohen to add him and 2 former colleagues to the board after he pushed the company to better focus on digital sales. Well, you talk about putting 25% into the stock and putting market cap of what? Oh my God, 450 billion, 450 million rather. Just picking the right person, just put into that, put into the market cap of that equity. Isn't it amazing? You know, when you see some of these moves, folks, okay, it is pretty amazing that you can just get the right person in there. Market gets all excited, puts an additional 25% market cap inside of the deal, you know. Is it real? Well, we'll find out. Bottom line, big number, though. Amazon. We go take a look at Amazon out here. Where is she? Okay. Amazon out here. That's on the move, up $45. We go take a look at Google. That's up $5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 33. NASDAQ is up 22. S&Ps are down 2. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 14, Nasdaq up 17, S&P's a flat. We get gold up 15.10, you get silver up 11 cents, and good old King dollars up 175. Tom O'Brien, you're doing double duty out here today.
Why not, man? Filling in for the man Larry Pesavento. Gotta love it. It was a pleasure, man. Feeling good, Lewis. What's he say? His morning.
You started it off right. That's right.
They gotta do it, man. Gotta do it. That's the only way to kick off that Larry's program. Trade what you see, for sure.
Doubt. And that's right from that movie is so freaking cool.
Trading Places.
Yeah, it's the ultimate movie, folks. If you've never seen it, even if you've seen it, you should watch it every 3 or 4 years anyway, man.
Right.
So you got a market that just basically is going sideways out here. I mean, there's nothing out here that says someone wants to get sold. You know, the bond market's going to get intriguing, no doubt, because, you know, we got that rejection of lower price. Now the question is, you know, is this just a, you know, dead cat, bouncing higher because we went down 5 days in a row? Or is there something else behind the move? And we'll find out pretty quick. And the way that you look at it, folks, the way I look at it anyway, is that you're going to be looking for an expansion of volume with strength. That's what you're looking for. You know, yesterday we did 2 million contracts. You know, you might do 1.5 or something. The number to keep your eye on the 10 is the 137. Well, 136.19 right now. You get back inside 137, guess what? The bottom line is that, once again, inside the rate structure. And this has been going on now for, let's see, almost 12 years. If, in fact, it gets back inside the range again. It's amazing. I mean, well, we'll find out if it's amazing, you know. But
how about Intel shares?
I know. Right? I know.
It's pretty cool when you see, sometimes if you replace one CEO with another CEO where the company's doing well and the expectation is the CEO will do that, there's no real change. But man, when you got a company that's dying,
right?
Yeah, a new CEO could be everything in that company, and the market loves the idea that you got a change of leadership in a company that's basically every time they have an earnings call, it seems like they cede more. I mean, look at the last two earnings. I just pulled up Intel. You got an epic drop off in July, followed by a pretty epic drop off in October. So that's when, that is why for people who make the argument for the CEOs to get the kind of, crazy pays they get, that, yeah, man, I mean, that's why you see some of these moves, because they need a change of methodology, and it's got to start in a big way. And I imagine that's what they're hoping for.
Right. And, he comes from VMware, which is, a very powerful company. And that VMware, when it first started, folks, I mean, it's pretty wild that VMware is all about, it's basically a virtual server. And it's like, wow, how does this work? Do you know what I mean? You get the servers, then you get the virtual servers. It's like, bottom line is that market loves it. I mean, in spades. And then how about GameStop? This is sick. Now, this one here.
So here's what I had to take a quick break, so I didn't hear everything going on, but I was reading your screen as you were looking at it. I said, what the heck is going on? So please tell me again.
Well, GameStop, this is all they did. They only put the guy that started Chewy on the board of directors. That's all I thought it was. And I said, I must be missing something. Seriously. Because guess what? This company has had 9 lives, folks, okay? I mean, it's just amazing. And, he's been yapping, this guy, that, that, hey, listen, man, this should be all digital. And,
can't argue with that, right?
There's no doubt. It's just amazing to me, though, that, that he just put $400 million into the 4, 12, 16, actually 450 million into the market cap.
Yeah, I know, right? And yeah, like if that's such a hot take, make me a board member too, man, because I could have said, hey, you selling video games, do it online.
Seriously.
I mean, that's so they who's going to be the person that executes?
Right.
Because there's a lot of people selling games online right now, man, and where do you? I don't even know how you figure that one out, but
yeah, I suspect with the I'm looking at these numbers, investors are going after the gross numbers here. I mean,
sure.
These are big gross numbers. If you can turn this thing around, folks, even this year and they've been going down for 5 years, they're still going to do 5.3 billion. So it's like, wow, man. Okay, they did 8.6 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and you can see that. That's what they're looking at, man. Because look at the turn. The turn's pretty dramatic. They're losing $2 a share this year. 3 years ago, they made $3.34. So if they can get a turn going, the market's so big, right? That's what we're looking at.
I just don't even know what value they serve. I mean, people make money by providing value, right? TFNN provides value in terms of education, newsletters, people that pay. What is the superior value that a company like GameStop, where do they insert themselves to provide value in that chain? I'm sure that the executives there could make an argument, but it's a tough one to put it lightly.
It is, no doubt. So let's see where good old Elon is today.
He's doing just fine.
Oh, no, he's losing money, $7 today.
I mean, it's wild,
That's
man.
Sideways, I know. That's a sideways move, folks.
Hey, how about, did you hear what I was talking about in Larry's program? Just because I was looking at, so Target had some pretty strong sales, right? They had, let me pull up on my chart. Where am I here? I got too many screens. Here we go. Because we had CPI data. We'll pull up in a moment. But Target, 17% same-store sales. They're going to be closed already, they said, for Thanksgiving of this coming year. So you're talking about 9-10 months. I mean, hopefully we're over COVID in 9 months, okay? So that's not quite, getting ahead of that there'll still be problems with shutdowns. That's saying, listen, our business model has changed forever, and we don't need to be open. Why would they be open, man, in terms of having to pay that, having to have your employees work on Thanksgiving? Yeah. You can just do all the business online. Right? Now, what's crazy, though, is that when you look at some of the valuations of these companies, so I bring it back, I mean, Target, you're only talking about a company that's basically about $100 billion market cap. Walmart, I believe it's pushing about $400 billion. Let's see where we're at in Walmart. As in, they have some room to grow. Yeah, Walmart's at $420 billion. Lowe's is at, I think it's like $100 billion or so, 124. Home Depot, you're talking about maybe 300 or so, 299 to be exact. So if you add Home Depot, Lowe's, that's 400 billion. Walmart's 400 billion, and Target is 100 billion. You're at 900 billion. You can have all of those companies for 900 billion. That's where I really start to see, the shift of like, okay, Amazon's at 1.6. They got a lot going on. But you're telling me Target, Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's can't be formidable to some of these big tech companies out there, especially when you talk about the consumerism like Amazon. It's just interesting when you start looking at those valuations.
It is. It's important.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you can buy 4 or 5 of them for the price of one, I mean, who's kidding who? I mean, it's like, okay.
And listen, I'm a big bull on Amazon, all right? You can be a big bull on a lot of them, but when you have Amazon, and Walmart, I mean, Walmart alone, when you look at, talking about my show, I know we're coming into a break, but man, I mean, they were at a price level of 120 coming into this year, and they're at 148, and they've crushed it. And now they have Walmart Plus, and now they have a fintech going on with it, and they're still at only 400 billion.
And
seems like they should.
As you said in your show, Walmart, their head, folks, okay, they're going after TikTok. Their head is a 17-year-old head. That is not a 60 or 70-year-old person. Do you know what I mean? They get young in their thinking. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow. Dow Industrials right now are trading Where is she? She's trading up 17, Nasdaq up 39, S&P's up 2.5. I was just going over to GameStop again, Tom, because this thing is rocking, and no wonder why it's rocking, because the shares of, oh my God, hold it, let me see. Shares to come. Where? I'm trying to look for.
You got it right.
Yeah.
You got it right. So I'm looking at it. So the float is 49 million shares. The shares outstanding on your chart there is 69 million shares. Okay, so the total float, though, is 49 million shares. And the short interest, 71 million shares, 144%.
That's, oh, my God.
Can we talk about defined risk and options and why options are exploding in popularity?
Yes.
And somehow I know that those short interest numbers do actually tie in somehow to be able to use options, in terms of puts and calls and then the offsetting action that happens as a result of them.
Sure.
But, man, if you're going to be shorting stocks or buying stocks long in such an environment of uncertainty, a bull call spread, a put spread to the downside, at least you're kind of capping your risk so that you don't wake up. And, who would have thought, man, that a company like GameStop on basically very little news fundamental,
yeah.
right? Accelerates 41% to the upside by 10:30 in the morning. Just bonkers.
That's about as intense as you can get.
It is.
And, of course, as our man Basil Chapman would say, the day is young. I mean, you short the stock, you're down 30. Well, who knows what you're down? I mean, it's up 33%. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. The dollar's not holding again. This dollar is something else, man. It's just like, okay, every time that it tries to get a bounce, we're only up 135 right now. We got into the 200s twice this morning, and twice it just gave it up. So, bottom line is that it still wants lower price. And they had the grain report yesterday. So, for you futures traders at GLCO, watch this. In fact, that's right, today's Wednesday, right? We get Teddy Cake stats, so this will be good.
We do.
You take a look at these grains, folks, okay? Where's beans? Here's beans right here. Where do you see this beans? Beans are at $14.12 a bushel. This grain report come out, and whatever was in the grain report is saying that, hey, guess what, man? These things want higher price. Big numbers, man. I mean, yeah, I know.
Talk about a big move just extended further, man. Looks like traders kind of got ahead of what they thought was coming, but they couldn't even anticipate that report as it jumps higher, yeah.
Exactly. And that's your commodity bull happening. You go over to Mosaic. Bottom line, that thing was up yesterday. It's up. Well, we got to a higher high today. You're at $28. Caterpillar. These are the equities that Caterpillar has like a free-headed stool here, which is really cool. I mean, you get the construction business, you get the mining business, and you get the agricultural business, right? That's why you're seeing Caterpillar,
Sure.
at these prices, folks. In fact, let me bring this back. Look at this, yeah. I just brought back 25 years, man. I mean, it's at all-time highs. Wow. Yep. And those machines, folks, are very expensive. No matter which one you're buying. No matter which one you're buying. Let's see what they do here. So, look at this. They're doing almost $1 billion. Well, no. This year, $39 billion. Next year, $43 billion. Growing everywhere. Look at that, man. Machinery is growing by 12.3 over a 3-year period. Yeah, big numbers, man.
Hey, can we take a look at oil? I think
Yes.
we just got inventory numbers at 10:30 as well. I see that market moving a little bit. Crude been talk about strong, man, and popping a bit maybe on that number. We're at 53.31 right now. We were as low as 52.60. Crude really reacting to that CPI data. We'll pull that up in a moment as well. Gas prices putting a big lift on that. The core number was only up about 0.1%, but maybe pulling up the news to see where we're at in terms of those inventory numbers coming out at 10:30.
Crude inventories fell 3.25 million barrels.
Okay. Looks like they were looking for a decline of about 3 million barrels, so pretty close to what you're looking for, but you are seeing crudes rise back a bit, just kind of clawing back the losses that we had on that CPI data. At 8:30, crude was trading at 53.60. We gave up $1 in an hour in crude this morning, and we've gotten almost all of it back right now.
And, it's pretty amazing the type of run that this oil market has taken, isn't it? Yeah.
That's one that they'll write about along with many others, but from negative prices to back to $54 by January 12th, 13th.
Big time.
And hey, how about Bitcoin? So Bitcoin, talk about a calm day. We're at 35,000. You know, one of the comments that caught my eye overnight was you had Lagarde talking about the ECB's Lagarde blast Bitcoin's role in facilitating money laundering. Folks, if you think Bitcoin's going to 100 and 150,000, it could be. But these are the things that it has to get over when you have the head of the European Central Bank saying that Bitcoin is facilitating money laundering. And we all know what comes with money laundering in terms of whether it's, you know, just illegal activity aplenty. That kind of caught my eye to say that's.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I think that, you know, so picture, you know, the central banks, I'm sure, got nervous when Bitcoin first went to 20,000, right? You know, like, oh, no, okay. And when we went to 20,000, though, folks, you did not have money managers and people that have basically a good reputation on Wall Street saying that they think this is a investment vehicle that's going to be real. Well, after it crashed, you really did. You have, you know, there's not a huge amount of them, but there's plenty of very talented money managers that are saying that, hey, man, this is real, okay?
Sure.
And then it goes to 40. And then I can picture, you know, central banks like, oh, no, this is not good. We have two different things happening. We have an acceleration of price, which I'm sure any banker knows that everyone loves buying highs and selling lows.
Sure.
And then you have, you know, little by little, you know, these bigger players inside the marketplace, inside the asset allocation marketplace saying, hey, I think you should put some money in it. It's like, hold it, man, you know. I mean, you lose control of the money supply, and you lose control of everything, folks. So,
and that's not going to happen. Not at least in the U.S. and not in the European Union. And if it doesn't happen there, it's not happening anywhere that matters.
Right. No. So it's amazing that when you can get the news stories, folks, and you see that and this is how it works. This is how it works on almost every market, right? When there's way too many stories, it's just like if I get too many calls in the gold market, it's the highs of the market. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's amazing how we go group think.
Well, and there's always going to be sentiment from traders, from elected officials of any degree, but you're talking about the head of the European Central Bank saying that this is causing, you know, basically illegal activity and funneling of funds that we can't track. That's somebody that is more instrumental than most, to put it lightly, in terms of, you know, if she starts seeing that, she's going to work with lawmakers and they're going to make it illegal to pay for things in Bitcoin. You know, I'm just throwing that out of my head, but it's like, it's coming, folks, so be careful. Yeah,
and you know what? You know what's amazing is that the Bitcoin is always saying, okay, there's only so many Bitcoin, right? And you can't make any more. But you know what you can do, folks? They can divide that by hundreds of millions. One Bitcoin, you know, if that's the case, it could be, you'd own 100 million of one Bitcoin in the future.
That doesn't change the fact that you can't make any more, though. So it is the same, you know.
Yeah, you just keep cutting them up.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 7, Nasdaq's up 59, S&Ps are up 3.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Cakestad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can reach Teddy every trading day, folks, at forex-trading-unlock.com. That website is forex-trading-unlock.com. Teddy Cakestad, what's going on?
Well, this week we got a lot to talk about compared to last week, don't we?
I like it. Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to blow your minds over the next minute. I'm going to tie up the 30-year bonds, the currencies, and Bitcoin, and where we're at today and where we're going to go after today.
We're
in
ready.
About a minute. Okay?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
So remember when we talked last week, the 30-year bond was already on edge. It was leaning on the offer. And I left you with no matter what, and that was when the dollar was bottoming on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm like, there's no way that the interest rate, the 30-year bond, can keep on stretching the offer without eventually having the dollar having a move. Well, we got it on Thursday. On Thursday, the dollar index had a buy signal. Okay. At the same token, the reason that buy signal happened, it was a bullish engulfing line. The euro US dollar set a sell signal on Thursday. The Australian dollar US dollar set a sell signal. The New Zealand dollar US dollar set a sell signal. And the Japanese yen, the US dollar yen, set a buy signal. So these were all buy signals in multiple currency crosses that created the buy signal in the dollar index. Okay. Now, all of these were high probable Japanese candlestick patterns. So that set us up for a corrective bounce, which right now we have definitely had since we spoke. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's what happened, though. The bonds stretched so far on Thursday, or Wednesday into Thursday, they didn't stop stretching until yesterday.
Right.
Okay? So that helped to fuel the buying of the dollar, for one. Now, you'll notice that Bitcoin rallied into Friday, and it tanked over the weekend, 25%. Think about this. All the whales, what are they converting Bitcoin into? U.S. dollars. There was a demand for U.S. dollars over the weekend that flooded into the banking system. Okay, so and that all kicked in on Monday and Tuesday. So that helped to really drive the dollar in multiple currencies, and especially the U.S. dollar, because that's where the bulk of where that stuff gets converted into. Okay, because you have Bitcoin versus the euro and a couple other currencies, but the reality is it usually gets into dollar first. Okay. So you have a profit-taking move that was taken in Bitcoin, okay? So I think that definitely helped to influence the dollar, you know? Now, if this is just a technical bounce, okay? Now, we know markets don't travel in straight lines. They typically travel in 3 to 5 waves, right? So if this is a corrective bounce only, then we hit the topping part of the dollar probably over yesterday into today versus most currencies. Now the bears should come into play if we have a bear market. But if this is a true corrective bounce that we're setting up for, then we're probably going to see the euro back down around 119 before it takes out the 123 high, Right. So I think that's where we're looking at right now, is seeing we're going to get that buffer over the next couple of days to see if we get the follow through. So
pretty cool, man. So
yeah.
So the aspect, if we now, boy, there's so many different pieces of this. The Bitcoin piece, I like what you're saying there. That's interesting, man. I just wonder how many get cashed in, actually. Do you know what I mean?
Well, think about this. The majority of Bitcoin is owned by a very few amount of people to begin with.
Yes.
3/4 of the mining happens in China. Now, here's the thing, too, that no one talks about when it comes to Bitcoin. It is the most non-green thing out there. Okay, right now it takes like 3/4 of the Bitcoin mined comes out of China. 50% of the power they use to generate that is all coal driven. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you look at where Bitcoin is mined throughout the rest of the world. All these places, some places were stealing power. They had problems with data center where Bitcoin miners were coming in. So now they take money up front and charge you for power before you use it to make sure they don't get screwed. So Bitcoins come at a cost. So all of these miners, no matter what, they need to get paid eventually. How long can you keep on paying out without getting your money back? So I think that's probably what happened, why you see such an extensive sell-off, because Bitcoin went from 22,000 to 44,000. It doubled within days.
I know. Man.
So who would not, if you were already stretched, you can sell a couple right off the bat and cover all your costs.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So, and where does that money go to? It's going into some currency, and it's not really going into euros and pounds and stuff like that. It's going into dollar first. Now, you may convert those dollars to other currencies afterwards, but that's where the Bitcoin is really going to. So I think what we saw like over Monday and Tuesday was that inflection point of currency movement from this asset class, if you will, because if you look at the CRB stuff that's been driving the big rally right now, as far as it's been hurting the dollar.
Yes.
Gold got hit, that.
Oh, yeah.
It's taken a big hit, just like Bitcoin took a hit.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah, and of course. And now why is that? That's because the bonds have been getting slammed, Now,
right.
The bonds had a $5 break in the past, since we talked last week. That's a very big slide for no real reason for them to tank and push their lows. So now maybe they set a short-term bottom yesterday. Maybe they didn't, So, but if they didn't, what does that mean for the dollar? That means that this corrective bounce should continue. You know what I'm saying? Which means that the euro will most likely head down to 119, maybe 118. So you got to kind of key off of the low in the euro yesterday and the high that was set last week. For your breakout point. I mean, if we take out the high, obviously that's a bullish sign, So now for the signals I gave you, the short-term targets were hit yesterday into today.
Okay.
So if it's only a daily short-term trade, it's done, which means the dollar bears are coming back in a big way. But if this is just the beginning of a corrective move, this is the pause where now we're going to draw in all your weak shorts and longs, depending on your cross, and then come between now and the next time we speak, we'll see the dollar much higher, and probably see the bonds trading at like 160, 155. Remember that we have a transition of power coming in the next week. The 30-year Treasury bond has already spoken what it thinks about what's going on. This had nothing to do with what happened in the Capitol. The bonds didn't break because of what was going on in the Capitol.
Right.
Right. So if we see follow through, because the bonds haven't bounced. A one day bounce after a $5 break in the bonds.
Right.
That is not a correction.
No, I'm with you there for sure.
So I think we have to key off of those levels. So I'm looking at the euro 119.75 to 119 even in the short run. And I think that unless you can turn around and take out that high, if the bonds, I think you have to really watch the 30-year. If they stay where they're at or continue to trend lower, And here's the thing is the spreads. If you look at the short terms, like the 2-year and the euro dollar interest rates, they made higher move highs over the past week. So you have the short terms that are totally slamming the ceiling while the 30-year is crushing the bottom, So that's a big deal for the interest rates, and that makes currencies move no matter what. You know, it's not going to set a direction, but it will cause volatility in the currencies.
Right, because the larger trades are basically, that's how they trade it. That's the bottom line, right? It's a rate differential, right? Yeah.
And here's another thing you got to think about. We have the refinancing of almost $6 trillion just of rolling over our national debt coming in the next 12 months. That has nothing to do with all the stuff that we have to sell just to pay for this new year and all the new programs. So you're looking at, without any new programs, without any bailouts for this year, $500 billion is going to be auctioned off every month. You know, so
Teddy, thank you so much, man. We look forward to speaking to you next week.
All right, guys. Take care.
Stay right there, folks.
Back in the day, I joined the Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 7. Nasdaq's up 71. S&P's up 6.5. And hey, Tom, it's pretty cool having Teddy on, man. I mean, you know, we've been doing this a long time, but man, there is so many differentials inside the currency market, folks. And
it is.
Yeah.
I hadn't really tied together the Bitcoin collapse. Is a great point, man. And you know, when you're at 40,000 plus Bitcoin, yeah, that's every single one's going to be $40,000, man. If somebody unloads just one of them,
no doubt.
Pretty cool.
And that whole interest rate deal is so intriguing, you know, because you get to figure, you know, yeah, it's
It is. We all know. I mean, it's one of those things like what variables driving which, right? You know, you have interest rates, you have currencies, you have GDP, you have inflation. We got CPI data today, and then you throw Bitcoin in the mix too. It's another variable in the mix for sure.
It definitely is, and you got to remember. The big banks, folks, those are the monster traders of this. They're going across borders like nothing. They're saying, okay, hold it. I can edge out another penny here, a penny here, a penny here.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
like, oh, my God. It's amazing.
Totally.
And market-wise, it's shaking everything off, man. I mean, the bottom line is that...
we get some big moves. Like Apple's up 1.6% today. They're a $2 trillion company. 1% is... what, $20 billion in market cap, and even Amazon's up 1.6% as well. Those two, you know, in a consolidation, but 1.6%, man. You're seeing the NQ's up 73 now. Can't hold a good thing down.
Listen, there's no doubt that there's buying power in here, and you know, the stimulus package is starting. There'll be another stimulus package probably by the 25th of January. You know, I mean, the market's looking at this like, what you said this morning, guess what? This is going to be over. And that's what the market's looking at, right?
Yeah. That's why I think we're going to see it consolidate for a while, right up near these highs. Totally.
Stay right there, folks. Think of Swim coming up next. Steve Rose, Dave White.